for joining. And welcome to Bram, who has very kindly decided to come on for us. So, as I'm sure you've seen, it's a brand new supplier motorsport event, and they are a very niche area of the market. And I think certainly for some clients that you may have out there, this will be absolutely huge. It's a very, very easy system to use, which I thank Bram for straight away. But I'm going to hand straight over to him, and I'm just going to allow Bram to explain exactly who the guys are, exactly what they do, and how easy it is to make a booking and to make yourself an account with them. So, yeah, thank you again, Bram, and over to you, please.
All right. Thank you for the introduction, Sharna. Lovely to be here. Unfortunately, I can't see everybody, but you will see me in the video. So hopefully everything will be clear at the end. Yeah, as Sharna mentioned, I work for Motorsport Events, and we are part of a larger company, and it's split in 3 websites. One is Motorsport Tickets, which is focused on tickets for every Formula One race, a MotoGP, and also 24 hours of Le Mans, which is really niche compared to Formula One. Then we have travel destinations. These guys are really focused on 24 hours of Le Mans Classic, which is every 2 years. Plus some driving tours, so exclusive driving tours across Europe. And then we have Duke Travel, which is mainly focused on Isle of Man TT, one of the most dangerous races on the world, I think, where they ride between small roads, and sometimes people get killed, unfortunately, but that's apparently part of the sport. But yeah, the 3 websites, we work together. We are also in one building, so short lines. We do ticketing for general admission, which is the cheapest. Then we have tickets for grandstands, and we have hospitality. So it may vary between like a package for 200, 300 pounds to 12, 20,000 euros. It depends completely on which race you attend. So, for example, the European races are fairly cheap, but if you go across the channel towards the US, you may expect to spend around 5,000 euros for one normal ticket. So we do ticketing for like all races, and we do have packages. So it may include a hotel or a restaurant or activity. For example, for the Dutch Grand Prix, we have a beach party after the race, which is typical for the Dutch atmosphere during the Dutch Grand Prix. I think that's basically what we do. I shared with Sharna a coupon code, which is like a discount on the total order value. So if you guys want to do booking, you can do it directly online and use the coupon code on motorsporttickets.com. And after that, it's basically pretty straightforward. So your guests will receive information concerning the race weekend. And if they have any additional questions or requests, they can contact me, as for you, of course. Within the process, I will be your direct contact. So everything around like where to sit, what to do, maybe some tips for where to go as a restaurant and stuff. Please ask me anything. I will be happy to help. Yeah, I think that's it, Sharna. Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Absolutely, it is. If I remember rightly, the discount code that is put in, that is a 3% discount code, which effectively then gives the agent the 3% as a commission. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's compared to the normal retail price, it's 3% lower. So you can use that as a kickback fee.
Brilliant. And again, just going back to when we spoke last week, the agents would make a booking on the website as anybody else would. Once they've confirmed that first booking, it will prompt them to make an account. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the first step, I think, because you all are separate agents doing or helping separate clients, the first booking will generate an account. And with that account, you will also get race reward points, which can be used for future bookings. And that also is a kind of kickback fee. So eventually you can book your new orders with a discount on top of the 3%.
Okay, perfect, brilliant. Does anybody have any questions for Bram? Aaron, I know you had some issues with your Wi-Fi. I know you discovered it, but that's absolutely fine. Go on, Aaron. I can see you've unmuted yourself.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of missed the beginning of this whole conversation. So a quick rundown about what we're talking about would be great.
That's okay. So I'll go through everything properly in a moment for you once Mark's gone. But they are motorsport events, ticketing events, and it's focused around Formula One, the Le Mans, the Isle of Man TT, and have I missed one there, Bram?
MotoGP.
MotoGP, sorry, yes. That is their niche market that they do, and it's all different types of tickets. But again, I'll take you through that in a second. Lorna, I can see you to yourself as well.
Yeah, again, I was just going to say, like I've got friends who attend Grand Prix and Le Mans in the past, and people have actually gone to the Isle of Man. This is a long time ago, but they used to go every year. So they used to book in themselves. So the difference would just be that 3%, and it's not a difference to them. That's just a 3% as a commission to me. So they would be getting it.
That's a discount.
Yeah, that would just be a difference. Well, it's a discount, but if I wanted to take commission, they would be getting it at the same price, I'm guessing.
Well, you can always mark up, but you have a buffer between the 3%. So if you want to hold back 1.5% on a total,
yeah, do 155 for me and 1.5 for them. Yeah.
I went on the website actually the other day and had a look at the hospitality tickets for the Isle of Man. And I mean, first of all, I was surprised at how cheap they were, I must say. But going off the information that's on the website as well, I don't think there would have been a single question that I needed to ask. Literally everything I needed to know was there. I did then also have a look at like the complete opposite end of the scale, and I think it was one of the races in Japan. And you're absolutely right with the way that the prices can differ. There seems to be no limit to the things that you can offer there. But even just going off the information that is on the website, honestly, guys, that there's just everything that you could possibly need to know that is included in that ticket is there. So it's a really, really good selling tool. You know, if you're putting something out on your socials for, I don't know, let's just say a Monaco weekend or something, and you know that there's a race on, as an added extra and putting that, you know, together as a full racing package weekend or whatever it might be, is an absolute niche market, as I say. But it's attention grabbing as well. The amount of people that are into it. I mean, Lorna, you've just, given 2 or 3 different examples there just off the top of your head. They're people that there'll be so many people on your socials and stuff that you don't even realize might be, into this kind of thing and do spend the money on it as well. So
there are, absolutely. But to have a website that, like you've just mentioned, that's got all of that information in it for us as agents is brilliant, because there are so many of our suppliers in different aspects that don't have all the information that we're searching for, that we have to continually call. So people, like you say, like the website that you have, Bram, is obviously something from our side that we really need, that we can find out answers on quickly, because often you get people asking questions and you have to keep saying, can I come back to you? Can I come back to you? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So to be able to get to it, quickly is a real tool.
I think in line, we also have a blog which is updated frequently. And our articles vary between giving information about a city, but also the after race concerts, which are really popular within F1. Those artists aren't small anymore. You have like Eminem, Beyonce, Coldplay performing. So it's not only paying for a race weekend ticket, but you also get like extras which like are really special.
Absolutely. The tickets themselves would be stupidly priced, I'm sure, if you were just to get that. Brilliant. So I mean, obviously, I think you've both asked any questions that you want to. So Bram, if I've just got this right before I do let you go, you're happy for me to put you as a contact for anybody that does need it, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. So we're going to get, obviously, you as a supplier put into our agents like back office system. So I'll pop everything on there, what they do with the code and the creation of an account and things like that.
Yeah.
And I'll pop your email address on there as well, if that's okay.
Yeah, and please also share our presentation, which combines every aspect of our business. So if there are certain requests which are tailor-made, please also come to me. We are flexible, so please send any request moving forward.
That's great. Thank you ever so much, Bram. So I'm more than happy to let you go, because that's been absolutely great. And as I say, it's so straightforward. We only needed you for 20 minutes, which is perfect. It's something so easy that there's not many questions. So thank you ever so much for joining us. I will take Aaron through what he missed at the beginning, and then I'll start getting everything uploaded into the agent systems, and hopefully we can start seeing some bookings come through.
I hope so. Yeah. As I said, I will be happy to be your direct contact, and the niche market is growing within Formula One, MotoGP, but also Isle of Man plus 24 hours of Le Mans. So you will receive requests, I think.
Amazing. Thank you ever so much. Thank you, Bram.
All right.
Thank you,
luck,
Bram.
guys.
Nice to meet
Bye-bye.
you. Take care.
Thank you.
So I hope everybody is happy with this as a new supplier. Like I say, I'm not necessarily saying it's something that you may use every single day, but it is something different. As Bram's just said, it definitely is something that is growing, and also it is a big money market as well. So something I do just want to touch on very quickly, because I'm sure it will be going through people's minds instantly. It absolutely is a very low commission of 3%. Now, the reason for this is they keep their margins extremely tight so that they themselves are super competitive. So it isn't obviously something that you're going to be earning thousands and thousands on. I totally appreciate that. But again, it's also not something that you're going to be selling day after day after day. I wouldn't have thought. Great if you are. But yeah, when it does come to marketing and social media and things like that, having that as an added extra that you are still effectively earning any sort of money on. You know, somebody asked a question on Ron's Live a couple of weeks ago. Can I go to any random internet site whatsoever and book something for my agent if we don't have it as a supplier? And of course, the answer was yes, but that is nothing to do with Archer. So you're certainly not making any commissions on it. It also takes it away from our, you know, Archer umbrella kind of thing. So any comebacks and things like that are all on you. So the fact that we can have this as an added extra and still get that slight bonus of 3%, to me is fantastic when they do keep their margins so small.
Yeah. Also, if you, sorry to interrupt. Also, if you go and do something for someone else, this is like something like I was talking about my friend on the railway discoveries thing. Like I could have put that trip together for her, like as a friend, apart from the Eurostar and the hotel bit that we could put together through our company, but those bits wouldn't have been ABTA and ATOL covered.
This is it, would be no protection whatsoever, but not even, you know, it just takes Archer away from it completely. So any insurances that we have for agents and anything at all, it's just completely put out. So it is worth noting that kind of, you know, just sort of having that sat in the back. I'm going to keep the agents that are on, but I am just going to say bye to everybody else. Because as I say, it's quite short and sweet tonight. It's such an easy system. And because they solely focus on those areas, there's not a huge amount to go into and talk about really. Just one thing I will say, just before Bram left then, you will have heard him say about if you need to contact any tailor-made or anything like that. So what he did explain to me on our one-to-one meeting last week was, although they don't really do packages with the hotels and things like that, in some circumstances they do, and they do have access to some of the accommodations. So, you know, if there is somebody, I would imagine that will be very much in line with those tickets. So if you're on looking at these hospitality VIP tickets that have got all the bells and whistles on, I would imagine that the hotels that they can provide very much coincide with that. So if you do have a customer who's very specific, it probably is worth getting in touch with them. And, you know, if we're struggling or if our suppliers can't do what we want, etc., etc. As I'm sure you can imagine, and he did say himself that throughout the years of the website and the company, they've built some very good relationships. So where some of these hotels might book up really far in advance, still always worth just asking the question should you need to. So thank you everybody for joining. If you do have any other questions, as you've just heard me say, I will be putting everything on the Travel Cafe. That will include the discount code of 3%, which is your commission. You can, of course, as you heard Bram say, you took that 3% off, but only wanted to give your customer 2% and you wanted the other 1% as commission, you can then uplift it, etc. But as I say, if you've got any other questions, either contact myself or Bram's details will be there on the UK supplier list with motorsport events as well. So thank you everybody for watching tonight, and yeah, any problems at all, any questions, please let me know. Thank you.